Hello everybody and welcome to day 21. Day 21, oh my gosh, we have officially a week left after today. We are colouring the little basket today. So I have a question for everybody. Now, this original design is the red box. It's a jigsaw that he did. Let me just take that autofocus off. Just one moment. Take that autofocus off. So in the original Colin Thompson painting version of this image, it's all red. Now, should I do the traditional red box, or should we go out of the box and do something different? Please let me know in the comments what you would like to see me do, and I will do it. Can you see how my lighting's gone off this side? I think my ring light has given up the ghost. It's not getting any brighter. It's just sitting there being a grumpy old man. So I think I'm going to have to get another light. So I do apologise if the lighting is not as good as it used to be, but my poor old guy's got old and frail. So let's zoom in and get started on this one. It may mean I have to just move my camera over and move that light a bit closer to us. So why do I feel like I'm having to move everything so much further up than usual? I'll just get that focus good. You all know me by now that I have a temperamental camera. So yes, I have a lovely eggs. And I was thinking of the dragon eggs, but I'm just going to do them as traditional eggs, because then I thought I don't know what dragon eggs look like. So hopefully I'm close enough in there, because I seem to be really uber close to that image. Never had to push my light all the way up there before. So I'm going to tape it down again, just purely so it doesn't move. And I want to keep it so I've got it's in frame and my cue cards stay in frame, because since I had a few hiccups at the start using my cue cards going out of shot, I taped my page up now with my Happy Easter washi tape, because it's a Japanese tape and washi tape is probably a good combination. I'll take this down on this side. And as you can see, my little puppy, Vader, attacked it. It's got like teeth marks in it, so it can't be used for anything else but holding my boot down. So let's see if I can get it a bit brighter for you guys before we get on with it. Oh, that's a bit brighter. Okay, so let's start with my little dragon. And I was going to do him the same colour as this, but then I thought, nah, I'm going to do him a different colour. So I'm going to come in with Middle Cadmium Red. I'm going to put these cue cards there, I think. Just put it there at the side. Does it fit it all in? Yes, it does. So it's a bit hard to see what I'm doing. I'm going to go all around his mouth, because he is uber tiny. If you hear my son shouting, just bear with me 1 second. Let me go and just, I've not told him I'm recording, so he'll get really loud. 1 minute. My poor little toe. Okay, so let's get back on with this. So there is a little teeth. And then he's got his head. All bits here around his head. I've no idea what I'm colouring there. I can't see it. I'm going to do these layers red. Whatever they are. It must be like a little frill he's got over his body, maybe. And then he's got some ties here at the back. I like bows. Oh look, he's popping out on camera now. I've done that bit. So then next up we have light cadmium yellow. You see that there, yeah? So we're going to do round his eyes, all his nose, his teeth, and his little bow tie. I'm going to come in with some shadow on that in a second. And then all his body, do the rest of him in yellow. It's got a very lot of feet. A lot of feet down there. So then I'm going to come in for the shadows with light yellow ochre. So where we've got the bow here, and the shadows in his nose. This little bow tie, and then he's got marks by his feet here. I may go in with a darker colour actually, because it must be like loads of different flaps of material maybe. No. Let me just come in with a darker brown. Let's just use a bit of burnt sienna. Not what I planned to put in, but let's sharpen that tip up a bit. Let's just put some markings in with this as well. Whoops, didn't want to lose that. It must be just all different textures of like material. I can't really make out, and I've even looked on my bigger book as well, and I seriously can't make out the different things that's in it. So let's just darken his little bow tie up. There you go, he looks quite good and bright. I'll just put that pencil back with them so I don't lose what I'm doing. Let me get into the eggs. Are going to be cream and sanguine. And I always try and use, like I've said in the other videos, I try and use colours I've used in the box previous. And these are the colours that I've used in the box previous. So I'm going to colour all these babies cream. Cream first. Once they're all coated with cream, there's no white space left. And we move on to sanguine. And I'm going to come in where all the shadows are. I'll just move my keyboard. Where all these shadows are. Hoping everyone can still hear me actually. My microphone was way out in the distance. It shouldn't have been all the way over there. So I'm going to follow the grayscale that Colin's used, but I'm just going to edge round here. just so we get that 3D effect with the colours. I'm going to speckle them as well, but I'm going to use a brown to do that in a second. So I'm going to run up here. There's a little bit down here. And I'm literally tickling the paper. I'm not pressing on. I don't want it to be too red. I just want it to be a nice little haze of brown. Hello, computer. Same within here. I'm going to use a bit of burnt sienna in the really dark creases anyway. I'm going to come round this one here because there's another one behind that. And then travel outwards. I've been watching a guy on YouTube lately. He rescues eggs, gets them in the incubator, so he goes round and any wildlife animals that are hatching in places that the chicks wouldn't survive, he rescues them, and any repairs, if he finds any eggs that, you know, have been abandoned and stuff like that, takes them back and puts them in his incubator, and you watch them all go and you're like, oh, they're so cute. And some are really uber tiny. Like, I didn't realise how tiny budgies were. I mean, budgies are so tiny. That one's going to be mostly dark. There's another one at the back there. So what I'm going to do now is just come in with burnt sienna, because I want to keep it, the shadow, I want to keep a warm colour. And just where these are, I'm just going to darken that bottom bit up. Down here. It just helps bring that little bit of realism to them. These eggs down at the back here will be darker than the ones at the front. Don't know if I'm making them look like spuds. Just a little bit down here. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to sharpen my tip. And I'm just going to speckle them. I'm just going to literally dot around in places. With most eggs have like blemishes on them. Or making them look more like spuds. There we go. That'll do. They might look like a basket of potatoes now. Oh well. Okay, so that is that done. So then we need to do the basket. So I'll be using them colours again. So we've got Bista. And I'm going to colour the whole basket with Bista. Just light, I'm not pressing on hard at all. And just going all over. That light layer. And this is just so it takes that grayscale colour off. And this is going to be kind of like our highlight between the darker colour. I'm going to go in that weave. This basket is invading the pages above. This little basket wants a bit more time. Okay, and then I'm going to come back in, and it's nicely sharpened for me with burnt sienna. Now this could be quite painstakingly long, but I'm just going to run up the centre first of all these little grooves. I think I've got to sneeze. Excuse me. And then I'm just going to run this under here. I'm trying to give that illusion that that's like kind of like a lip to the basket. And then when we've got all these, I'm just going to kind of dot around and just try and emphasize that basket weave a little bit. And by the way, this is a background that I'm going to put on my background series, how to do a basket weave. So look out for that one coming soon. I'm not doing another series, a month-long one, because, you know, it took me ages to do that one. So I will be adding to it throughout the year, though, with different kind of with different videos of different backgrounds, because there's still loads more things that I can do for the backgrounds that I didn't get to do in the month. And then up here we're going to have like little flicks and curve it round. Just be careful, because it is so tiny, that you don't flick off into your white areas. Okay, so that's come to life. And then need this step back. I'm just going to do the little basket down here now. This one's wicker at the front. And then back with burnt sienna, just to put some little lines in that wicker. And then just put this little handle in. Whoops, I meant to break my pencil off. There we go. Just to add to its wickiness and wickerness. Oh, I've dropped that. I don't really want to go. Let's get it with my toes. Like monkey feet grabbing things up off the floor with my toes. Okay, so next up I'm going to use brown ochre for the outside of the wooden box. And let's just bring black in just to add shadow in there. So just emphasising where the wicker basket's going in. tip's a bit big for that actually. And then we're going to have a little shadow just on this side of the handle and here. That's what happens, folks, when you have a tip too big. Ends up giving you too wide of a shadow there. I'm not going to try and rub it out because purely it's just going to make it hard work. I'm just adding some shadow into that. It would help if I put what colour I was using down, wouldn't it? And then I'm just going to come in here as well and just add shadow where we need a shadow. Little eye. And his little nose. Emphasising his bow tie a little bit. Okay. So then next up we have, let's move all them out of the way. Because this one's not a long one at all, to be honest, today. This is not magenta. Light cadmium yellow. I'm going to come all the way around with this. I'm just going to go the Chinese dragon we've got here. And if anyone watches the festivals where they have the Chinese dragons, there are an array of bright, beautiful colours. So I want to emphasise that in here. So mine's going to be all... Do you know I've had to adapt to a new way of colouring doing this 28 days of Colin Thompson because my camera is that close. I am not joking. It is that far. Can't see my fingers. I'll measure it actually. How close I actually am to my desk and my camera. So I've had to literally adapt. So I am... Oh. So my camera is 7 centimetres away from the paper. 7 centimetres away. And I'm having to fit my hand and my pencil underneath. So I think I have done pretty well. But I have had to adapt to how I'm colouring a little bit. So here I'm going to do all these little flowers with magenta. I don't know what kind of flowers they are, but I'm just going to do a little my take on them, which are just a star shape. So then we have another here. And this is probably another thing that we've all interpreted differently or seen it differently. No doubt. I don't know what that is supposed to be. But then I need to run a line. I need to be quite steady hand with that. Same down here. I do not have a steady hand at that angle. This one will be fun. Let's it's just not a straight line at all. So let's try and come down this side now. I could do with trying to I haven't got a steady on this side either. So I'm just doing my own little pattern here of what I think I can see. So he's matching that, and then in the middle I want some bright greens. We'll have bright blues. This one. Oh, picking all of that. See if I can find my card for this one. Not everything but the one I want. I'm going to have to show these under the camera because I can't find my cue cards. I think I've lost quite a lot of them with going from one day to another, and I've not put them all back where they're supposed to be. Do they have a cobalt turquoise? No. So I'll put them under the camera, it's fine. Let's just move this out of the way. So we're going to have some green. We're going to have some yellow. So I'm going to go with Naples yellow first. You see that? Naples yellow. And I'm just going to do some random ones yellow. In all different areas. Maybe a yellow one there. And then next up is can't get it to show up. They were showing up really well on this the other day. Let me just see if I can get it to. There, cobalt green. Again, I'm going to do random ones this colour. Okay. And then sky blue. I think I've made them eggs look more like spuds. Funny. So the majority of these I've got left over are going to be blue. And the rest are then going to be, we've got grass green. And I just want that to be like a little blast of colour. So all the what you can see will all be green now. Like all the little veins. I tell you what, the laughs us girls have had doing this though, with some of these things of what are they? We've got one coming up and we're all like, what is that? But you'll find that out soon, because I'll tell you now, I'll be laughing my head off telling you all what it is or what I think it is. I don't think I've missed anywhere there. I'm just going to bring back cadmium yellow lemon. Hopefully I didn't I must have chucked it down there back in my pile of colours. So cadmium yellow lemon. And I'm just going to come back just over this edge here because it looks a bit light. Right off the beaten track with this mat today, and not neat at all. So yeah, so that's my day 20 complete. No, day 21 complete, sorry, day 21. Let me just my autofocus on. Just take these off. And as you may well see, I have some little swatches on my hand. There you go. So that's 21, looking very, very bright and beautiful. I'll just see if I can get it to zoom in a bit now. So there we go. So yeah, here's our Chinese dragon, our eggs, basket of eggs, and our lovely Chinese mat. So yes, I have some gorgeous metallic pens that I've been approached by a company to review. So if you want to find out what these are, stay tuned for my video drop on the review of these markers. You'll be able to tell as soon as you see them which video it is. But yeah, that's a little sneak peek at a review. I don't even want to wash them off my hands because they're so metallic, and I mean, look at the shine off them. Stunning. So that will be dropping in the next couple of days, so watch out for that video, everybody. And I will see you on day 21. And just to give everyone a recap of what day which box it is, in case anyone wants to know, to be in front or ready to colour with us. 21 is the bathtub at the bottom here. Just that section. We're splitting that box in half, so it's just up to that wall there. So the medicine bottle onwards that's day 23. So day 22 and then day 23, day 24, day 25, day 26, day 27 and day 28. Which is funny what Tammy picked out on, that we started with pots and we're finishing with pots, and I didn't even intend to do that, but I did. So I will see you on day 21. Thank you very much for following along with us. If you like what we're doing, hit the subscribe button on mine. My button is down there, and then in the top corner up here you've got Ashley and Tammy. The links are in my description. Go ahead and over to their channel and have a look at their day 21s. If you like what they're seeing, hit their subscribe button, whack all of our bells, make them jingle, and press all notifications, and you will get notified when we all go live. We so much appreciate everything that everyone's done already. The following along, the comments, the likes, the subscriptions, everything. Thank you so very much, and I will see you on day 22. Bye everyone.